giving me an opportunity to come and interact with entrepreneurs. Uh, that's something that I always enjoy, and it's something that keeps pulling me back again and again. So I would share some of the bites from my experience and how I reached where I am today, and what kind of things that I missed that are available today. Okay. So my first attempt at entrepreneurship was way back in 1992. So I picked up, I'm a software engineer by qualification, started my career as a programmer. And in one of the discussions, one of my friend was a stockbroker, and in those days, the trading rates or the closing rates of equities were available next day. After the stock exchanges are closed, the newspapers would run these the next day. So I asked him, why can't they print it the same day? Okay. And that was the first challenge I picked up. It was difficult. We went to IIT Delhi. We engaged with their labs. There used to be equipment called teleprompt, and there was a screen in which the rates would come, but it didn't have any memory. So we tried to dump that screen on a paper and started doing some number crunching and word processing, but somehow that venture did not find the day, and it remained in lab. We were able to produce a prototype, but then again we didn't have angel investors then, okay, and we didn't have the labs, incubation labs then. We didn't have mentorships available. I was just a programmer. So I continued working as a programmer, and then fortunately I got this opportunity to set up a product development company in India for a US-based organization. They wanted to create a small product for resume parsing back in 1995. Again, all these projects that fortunately, unfortunately, whatever happened today, if I look back, I realized that we were kind of, on each item, we were kind of 5 years or 6 years ahead of time. So in 1995, we were trying to do resume parsing to create a resume database. Again, it didn't work out. It fell flat. Then we picked up another product. We again started looking out for venture funding, someone who can fund us, finance us. I still remember for a couple of years, we just didn't have any salary or any funds to pay salaries. We were about 5-10 crazy individuals, all programmers, with no idea about how to go about doing sales or how to go about raising funds or what kind of facilities we should basically gather so that we can create a business out of these ideas. Finally, I started my own company in year 2000. Again, I picked up some projects. It was again a crazy idea then. One of my friend was in the shipping industry, and they were managing the shipping lines, cargo ships that were docking at Bombay port. And the clearance of the cargo used to take 15-20 days. And the port used to charge heavy damages on the goods. Okay. So we were trying to figure out if we can somehow reduce that time and save a lot of money for a lot of people. We started working on a software, again conceptualized it, produced it. This time we also found an angel investor who put in some money in my company. But again, product was there, I could take it to the market. There was a customer also, there was money in bank also, we had some people also. The product was working, the proof of concept was there. But then suddenly the laws of the land changed, and the government became the competition. So the product became redundant overnight. So I had to shut that business down, and again moved to, then I joined IndiaMART, okay, as Director of Technology. And since I had done a lot of technology by then, I started working on technology-based innovations at IndiaMART. So IndiaMART is an interesting concept. where it's a B2B problem. Very few companies or very few businesses, you can say startups, try to attempt a B2B solution, because B2B is one of the most difficult solutions to incubate and scale. Okay. So IndiaMART was an interesting project. We started working on it, and every time we would think that we have found the formula to grow, suddenly the things in internet space would change. A lot of new competition would step in, and we would figure out, find the need to pivot or change the business model or do some quick thinking around it. So till date, IndiaMART is a startup. It's a 22-year-old startup. The culture within the organization is a startup culture. So when I say startup culture or startup organization, it doesn't mean that we're starting from a scratch or it's a greenfield project that we have picked up. It's more about the thought process, the approach to solve the problem. Okay. So back in 1992, we didn't have platforms. We didn't have forums where we could get help, we could get ideas. This platform that today we have here, SN Enterprises has created, Entrepreneurs Network that we are trying to build here, is a great idea. I mean, had these kind of platforms available back then, a lot more businesses would have come out of India that we are seeing today, because that you lack a lot of facilities. You're good at some idea, you're good at technology, you're good at what you do, but you need a lot of support in order to create a business out of it. You need legal support, you need financial accountant support, you need to structure your organization in a manner. At times you can't afford tech advice. You need probably, I mean, I'm sure today or within the next few years, you would have all these CXOs available on rent. Okay. Okay. So that time is not far away. Okay. Had that facility available to us, I would have rented a CTO for few hours a day and probably created a product out of my stock idea way back in 1992. But we didn't have that. And alone you can't do it. So that is the biggest challenge that entrepreneurs face, is how to get support from other people at a low cost. Because frugality is what is most important. You will never have enough funds or enough budget available. So you'll have to cut down on various, you can say, frills. So another thing that I learned over my long journey of attempting incubating businesses, I would have closed at least 14, 15 businesses after taking them to the market, after getting the customers on board, and some businesses that I scaled to the tune of close to almost like 3 crores or 4 crore rupees worth revenue. And post that, we decided that these are not scalable, or the idea doesn't, I mean, it's very difficult to make money out of this idea. Okay. So it's important that we focus on what solution we are offering and keep it limited, very small feature set, which is usable, for which there is demand, for which people are ready to pay. Okay. So as an entrepreneur, that's the most difficult decision to make, is when to draw a line that I will stop adding more features to my product and I'll try to sell what I have built, and I'll try to get first few customers on board. Because adding features, adding more ideas or more functionalities to the software is an endless journey. You can always keep on increasing the usability of the product. So that's one advice, or you should always have someone as a mentor who can keep you focused, saying that, okay, enough of product development, now go to the market, get few customers. Once the customers come and they start demanding, then you go back to the drawing board and figure out what next to do. So that's how it's a revolutionary process. It's not like you do it once and then it happens. So you'll have to go back, take it to the market, get first set of customers, then refine your product, get next set of the customers. That's how you scale it. So scale it, execution, sales, and scale. These are equally important in the journey of entrepreneurship. as the product. Product is always there. You can always improvise on it. But what I've learned from my failures is that unless you have a team, unless you have an idea that can be scaled, or unless you have a different type of skill set available with you, it is really very difficult to scale an entrepreneurship idea. So this kind of platform where you get a collection of entrepreneurs who are good at different areas. Some of you would be good at technology, some of you would be good at finance, some of you would be good at execution. So if you can come together, if you can join hands, and I'm sure many businesses would emerge out of this one. So that, I think this is a very great initiative by team here, and I congratulate them to think about this platform, and I'm sure it is going to help all of you. Thank you very much.